Hi, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm Mambo. I am the Coven Mother of Vision Adontor. I am the founder and facilitator of the Charm School Mentorship Program, and I'm also one of the facilitators, along with my goddaughters, of the new Sacred Roots Mentorship Program. Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are doing great. I am here, as I am every Sunday, to give you the weekly energy reading. This is where we come together and I give you guys wisdom that comes from spirit about things to be aware of, things to look out for, just how to be prepared for the week ahead of us. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it in a moment. I just want to do my typical housekeeping stuff that I do every week. If you are here, make sure you hit that like button as you come in. If you've been here before and you like what I do here, but you're not subscribed, ask yourself why and consider subscribing today. If you are here because you come from one of my groups, or the groups that I'm a part of rather, and you want to get a question answered, that's totally fine. I always do take questions from the audience after. My only request is that you be respectful and you wait your turn. You wait until I'm done with the weekly energy reading. So I have about 3 to 4 spreads that I have to get through just to let the public know what's ahead of us for the week. But I will get to your questions. Just be respectful, be patient, wait until it's time for that, okay? What else? What else, Soleil? What else? Love offerings are appreciated, but they are not needed to get a question answered. They just free up my time so that I can continue to come here and do this. And they also show me that you appreciate the contribution. So that's everything. We'll go ahead and get into it. As I always do, I always start with a general reading first. So we'll start with general, and then from there I'll decide where I want to go in terms of love, money, health, etc. Again, hit that like button as you come in. And hit the scale emojis. Give me some energy. It is a lazy Sunday for me. I really wanted to just chillax, but I did have appointments today, so I got through those. But hit the scales. Make sure you let me know that you're here with me. The scales let me know that I'm appreciated, and they give me energy. So hit those scale emojis, okay? We're going to start with our general for the week. Sisters, sisters. Spirits that walk with me. Elevated ancestors, what wisdom do we as a collective need about the week of September 16th through the 22nd? What can you tell us about the nature of the lessons, blessings, breakthroughs, and challenges that we will encounter over the next 7 days? Who do we need to be and what do we need to see about ourselves and our environment in order to make the best decisions to navigate this energy peacefully? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Hello, Bertal. Hello, Ferdasi. Hello, Lavana. Hello, Tel McIn, I believe. Hello, Whitney Palmer. Hello, Tashana. Thank you all for joining. Hey, Sanidra, good to see you. Sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to be distracted. I oiled my braids when I got on camera, and they're not dried out. That threw me off. I was like, what is that touching me? It's the oil in my hair. My bad. Okay. I love this message for us. I actually love this message for us. Your creative endeavors are not selfish. This is a week where it is really, really important for you to carve out the time to, for lack of better words, romance yourself, be caught up in the sensuality of life. Because this is something that's going to really, really help you in terms of not only making sure that your emotions are taken care of and that your cup is full, but it's going to give you the ability to speak up for yourself, right? A lot of times when we have a hard time speaking up for ourselves, when we have a hard time resisting the urge to people please or say the thing that sounds right, that will make the group happy, that will make the person in authority in that moment happy. A lot of times when we have a difficulty with not doing that, it's because we're responding to neglect, right? Whether that was a lesson we got through grooming because we had neglectful parents, or whether we dealt with a social environment where we were isolated or did not get the rewards we deserved, did not get the attention we deserved, because we didn't say the right thing, right? So what happens is, in order to cope with that neglect, we get caught up in people pleasing. The way to deal with that neglect is to not people please, is to make sure that your needs are being met, is to make sure that you are pouring into you, that you are showing yourself the love that you deserve. Now, I know that we always think of the Knight of Cups as a card about love and romance with other people, but this week, this is a card about, are we romancing ourselves? Are we taking really good care of ourselves? Are we carving out time to sit with ourselves and really nurture us? Are we spending time in nature? Have we gone to the water recently? What are we doing to really pour into us? The way that we romance ourselves and we take care of ourselves teaches the rest of the world how to treat us. So if you feel like you are in a period of time where people are being unnecessarily hard on you or harsh with you, they probably are, and it has a lot to do with the fact that you are not carving out time for your own softness. So the Knight of Cups is coming up to really encourage us to carve out time for our own softness, okay? This brings us to a space of where we have the ability to be compassionate with other people because we have been compassionate with ourselves. We have really nurtured ourselves. And so the nurturing that we can bring into leadership with other people comes from the fact that we've already done this with us, right? I say this to my godchildren all the time. I say this to people in my classes all the time. Half the things that I do for people is stuff that I did for myself, right? So are you meeting your needs? Are you having the breakthrough in terms of your emotional protection that you need? If not, then you have to slow down this week. This is the week where you really teach yourself, okay, what does it look like when I'm passionately taking care of my emotional health? What does it look like when I am passionately pouring into myself and loving myself and nurturing myself in the ways that I need? Because it's only through doing this, only through being passionate and protective about my sensuality and my emotional care that I can get to this point where I have the capacity to be a compassionate leader amongst others, right? We are nasty and we are mean to other people. We're hard on other people when we are hard on ourselves. So if you find that it's hard for you to be sweet to your kids, you're being mean to your partner, you know what I mean? You're snapping at people in ways that don't feel good to you, understand that the people pleasing is what got you there. The neglect that happened as a result of the people pleasing, as a result of trying to be the teacher's pet, trying to always say the right thing, right? We don't address the burnout of the Page of Swords. Always being conscious of everybody else's needs and ego and what works for them, and figuring out the thing to say to please and take care of everyone else only leads to burnout. That's why the Page of Swords can be reckless with their sword. That's why they can be reckless with their mouth, right? Because when they don't feel recognized, when they don't feel taken care of, when they feel like other people are getting accolades for their hard work, it makes them resentful and they lash out. But we have to take responsibility for the people pleasing, the folding up, the molding, the making ourselves smaller that even gets us to that place, right? So this is why we start with the Knight of Cups. Are you taking care of you? Are you passionate about your needs? Are you saying the things to protect your needs? Or are you saying the thing that's going to make everybody else happy and then burning yourself out and then lashing out and then wondering why people are thinking you're crazy, right? Be very, very careful. Yes, this is all really important because of how it takes care of you, the way that it allows you to really take care of you and to see what you need to do and to be on your path, right? It helps you in terms of having better direction, absolutely, but it also helps you in terms of having better relationships, right? That's why I'm talking about this false programming that a lot of us get early in life, especially if you are a soft-spoken masculine person or if you are a woman or a feminine person, right? You are often socialized to believe that the wants and desires of everybody else is what matters. And then once you become an adult and you don't know how to prioritize your own results, it ends up messing up your relationships, right? You don't know how to ask for what you need in community. And then that lack of ability to ask for your needs to be met makes you resentful when you see the other people around you getting their needs met. But the only difference between you and them is, bitch, that they asked for what they needed, right? So again, work on not being a people pleaser, not only because it helps you, but it's going to give you the kind of relationships you want. What you really want is a community that's going to pour into you. What you really want is a community that you can build loving traditions and memories with. Some people that you can let your hair down around and be happy with. You cannot have that if you are worried about being the honor student, getting everything right, making everybody else happy to your detriment, okay? So this is an act of self-care that is, yes, necessary for you in your direction, but it only strengthens your relationship with other people, okay? This is coming up because in the war of life, in the context of life, in this bigger game where we are supposed to learn lessons in how to operate, this is about the strategy of making sure that you are not victimizing yourself. This is about the engaging in strategies that allow you to not let other people walk away with your peace and your swords. Because here's the thing. Yeah, there are some people around you. There are the narcissistic predatory types that sniff out people pleasers and want to manipulate people pleasers. But that's like less than 5% of the population. That's less than 5% of the population. The majority of the people in your life that you are developing these resentments towards, they really don't know that you see them that way. And they don't see themselves that way. In their mind, you're a part of their community. And they're only showing up and treating you the ways in which you have allowed them to believe you want to be treated. Some of you guys are so used to doing this because you like the attention of being the person that solves everybody else's fucking problems. But then your problems don't get solved and then you end up lashing out at everybody else. If what you want is nurturing community, you get that through learning how to properly nurture yourself. What are you doing to pour into you? What is your relationship with self-care? Are you harnessing a sense of sensuality in your life? A sense of slow. Why is that sequence of words fucking me up? A sense of slowness and compassion and care and patience within you. Because that's what's going to give you the ability to give that to other people and to show up as a compassionate leader. It's not having the right answer all the time. Having the right answer and being self-sacrificial only leads to you being resentful later down the road, okay? So that is our general message, and I love that for us. I love that for us. I absolutely love that message. Let's do health next. Health feels right. It feels right to go into health next. Elevated ancestors. Cultivating as a collective need to know about our health and wellness for the week of September 16th through the 22nd. What are the lessons, blessings, and insights coming our way as it relates to the way that we treat our mind, body, and spirit, how to better take care of it, how to be in alignment? What are the patterns, habits, ways of being that we need to release, incorporate, or establish in order to have the best relationship to our mental, physical, and spiritual health and wellness. Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. A lot of you guys are not letting your anger out. So in addition to the people pleasing, a lot of you guys are just not being honest about your feelings. It's like you are absorbing and holding the anger in. Now, here's the thing. It has to go somewhere. So you may not be letting it out on other people, but it's probably going to cause you to implode. Showing up as nasty thoughts towards yourself, later manifesting into sickness, right? So speak. Even if what you have to say is quote unquote nasty, let it out. It's better to let it out than to keep it in. Eat more cool foods this week, melon, cucumbers, things of that nature, just to cool your temperament as well. Weather's dropping and a lot of you guys don't want to go outside. That does not mean that you throw your physical regimen out of the window. So you're going to have to figure out things to do to increase physical exercise in the home. Your habits in the home are really important and they deserve your reflection this week, right? Because the habits you develop around your health, around what you eat, around how you move your body, how you stretch your body in those early hours of the day, all of those things are going to be essential because the things that you establish as habit and you make routine become easier to you over in time. Again, Knight of Pentacles is about investment in a foundation. So what is your foundation when it comes to your physical care? The morning is coming up, right? Some of you guys are not moving enough in the morning, or you're not making enough good use of your time around your health in the morning, not hydrating, things of that nature. The reason why this is coming up is because this is about to be a really busy week. It's about to be a busy 8 weeks. So this second half of September going into the first week or so of November is going to be busier than I think a lot of you guys anticipate. So the habits you have around your health now need to be solidified and established so that when busyness picks up, you don't engage in further self-neglect using the busyness as an excuse, right? And it's coming up now because here's the thing. If you don't address it now, it's going to be a heart issue later, okay? And this can be heart chakra, again, not taking your care of yourself because things are busy and then having resentments that build up in the heart. Or it can just literally be your physical heart, not getting in that cardio, not moving the way you need to, and that leading to you having heart health issues. So the building a foundation around your health, something that can be done anywhere, right? I get that a lot of you guys are like, well, if I don't go to the gym, I don't work out. Nigga, that's not sustainable. Some of y'all don't have gyms near you. You have to drive, and you know as it gets colder, you're not going to want to get up at 5 a.m. when it's cold as fuck to go to the gym. So what can you do in your home to really take good care of your body? Now, here's the thing. This is not only important for you. A lot of you guys who are watching have families. You either have children of your own, or you are an adult child that is living with your parents. And we don't think a lot about how our behavior as children, adult children of older parents, we're literally teaching them a lot of stuff. How many of you guys changed your diet and then your daddy started asking you, girl, what's that you eating? And then the next thing you know, they eat blueberries when they never ate blueberries before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have influence. So yes, this is coming up because you need to establish these things for you, but the habits you establish in terms of good health, specifically physical health, the way you eat, the way you take care of your body, that ends up being literal wealth that you pour into your ancestors, into your family, into the children under you, into the elders around you, right? So yes, do this for you, but do it for them as well, because more people are watching you. in terms of your family and the changes you make, then I think that you are aware of. There's a lack of awareness around your influence, but it's also just a lack of awareness about how disconnected you are from your body and your health, period, right? And again, this comes from that busyness. Eight of Wands is over the Four of Cups. So it's like a lot of you guys are so used to being busy and using busy as an excuse to not treat yourself well that you can't even see the reality of your situation, right? In this instance, the reality of your situation is that you don't feel good. Your energy is low. You have noticed a dip in your energy. You've noticed that your skin feels drier than it typically does. So when that's happening, instead of distracting yourself with all the other cups in front of you, you're going to have to sit still long enough to really sit in your body and be like, oh, I'm noticing that I have a pain in my knee, and that's not typically there. That means you got to stretch more, right? I'm noticing that after I eat dinner, I feel heavier, and I used to didn't feel that way. Okay, you may want to take a break from meat. When you feel uncomfortable, sit in the discomfort in your body, because that's information. And a lot of you guys move so much and are so busy, and you don't spend enough time with yourself through meditation, right? And I know that may sound weird. I don't spend time with myself. I'm always with myself. Yeah, but you're not always with yourself if you're distracted by other shit, right? So sit with yourself. If some of you guys know that this message about the body and the physical care applies to you, but you don't understand how it applies to you because you're way too busy being busy, okay? And here's the thing, Spirit wants you to get a hold of it now, because a lot of you guys who are watching, you have parents that have bad health, right? There are certain medical conditions that you have convinced yourself run in your family, and they kind of do, but in an epigenetic way, not a genetic way. What do I mean by that? If the habits change, then the health changes. So instead of having this nightmare understanding of, once women in my family get to their 50s, they deal with recognize that you have the ability to change that through your habits now, right? You are sitting here thinking that, okay, well, I'm trying to think of something. All of the men in my family get arthritis, when they get to their 60s. That's probably not true. There's probably something in terms of eating and mobility and exercise that can prevent that. But if you just accept this, you accept these illnesses, you accept these conditions as a nightmare, a monkey on your back, something that's just going to happen eventually, then it will just happen eventually. But if you take responsibility and you stop and you reflect and you think, okay, what do I need to incorporate into my regimen, into my foundation, into the things I do regularly so that I can avoid that, then it's not going to happen, right? That's the difference between it being genetic and epigenetic. That's what I mean by that. I hope that makes sense for people. That's the health reading for this week. Let's go into money next. We'll go into money and then we'll wrap up with love. I want to use a different deck for money. Let's use Old Faithful. Ancestors, angels, and masters, spirits, walk with me, elevated ancestors. What do we as a collective need to know about our relationship with money, prosperity, and abundance as we go into this next week of our lives? Who do we need to be, and what do we need to see about ourselves, our habits, our environment, in order to have the experiences of money and prosperity that we would like to have? What are some choices that we can make so that we can be in a position where we bring in more than we release? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Speaking of money, if anyone wants to leave a love offering, my Cash App as well as my PayPal are scrolling below. Again, they are not a necessity, but they are helpful and they are appreciated. As we go into this fall and we get hit with waves of nostalgia, like fall literally is like a season of nostalgia, right? We're getting cozy, the weather is dropping, we're preparing for the winter holidays. As we go into fall, make sure that when you spend for pleasure, you're thinking about experiences over stuff. The stuff you buy, like the decorations, the knickknacks, all that, those things are going to go out of style. They'll go out of trend. If you spend those resources and honestly that energy too into experiences, not only are you going to feel better, but it's going to deepen your connections with the people you love. Mm-hmm. Clarify this Knight of Cups, ancestors. I kind of know what you're saying, but give it to me plain. Give it to me plain. Speak it plainly. Tell me what the Knight of Cups wants us to know. There are some things that you guys, and I'm glad that I read The Flame. There's some things that you guys want. Like when you think about the winter months, when you think about this time of year, there are certain experiences that you want to have. And you convince yourself that you can't afford it. And that is not true. The world is opening up for you in a really particular way. And in order for you, you're only going to have those experiences if you take them for yourself, right? The constantly denying yourself of the experiences you want, thinking that that's going to motivate you financially is not true. It's actually the exact opposite, right? So for a lot of you guys, this represents a bigger pattern and a bigger dynamic that needs to end in terms of thinking that denying yourself is going to bring you closer to financial stability. That's actually not how it works, right? Figuring out ways to give yourself little sensualities, little pleasures where you are is what motivates you to work harder, right? You have to stop engaging in denial of yourself and of your pleasures, right? Sitting on your money and denying yourself is not the way that you make more money. It's bad strategy. It's just not good strategy. It sets you up to feel victimized by your hard work as opposed to feeling proud of your hard work. And it keeps your world small. It keeps your worldview small, which makes it hard for you to have zeal and passion, right? So understand that if there are things you want to do, go ahead and do them. You only learn how to teach yourself to live the lifestyle that you want by actually going out there and doing it and teaching yourself how to do it, right? So this is a chapter that needs to end in terms of you being overly self-sacrificial with your finances, in terms of, because this is what happens, right? This is how people waste money. They hoard all their money away because they don't figure out a way to give themselves little pleasures, as they say. And then one day they'll just blow like $2,000 on some dumb shit, right? So again, this is a cycle that needs to come to an end so that you can stop having this like brutal and burdensome relationship with your money and have one that opens you up to much more pleasure. This is about you sitting in reflection and being still and being really honest with yourself about your relationship with money. I think a lot of you, again, going back to this Four of Pentacles, right? Restriction. I think a lot of you think that you're being responsible, but what you're actually doing is being miserly. You're being stingy with yourself. And it's making you not have a pleasurable experience to your relationship with money, right? So this is about you sitting down and figuring out, what does balance look like in this situation? What does alchemy look like in this situation, right? And then it'll put you in an experience where you are having the experiences you want to have. You're actually going to meet your milestones. You will likely meet your milestones faster. You will likely achieve success faster. Again, because you're tapped into your sensualities and your pleasures, you're moving from a place of joy and happiness as opposed to a place of being miserly and restricted, right? So that's the financial message for this week. I love this. Again, this is not an invitation to go out into the world and do a whole bunch of overspending. Don't hear that. But if you are somebody who you can't remember when was the last time you bought yourself a new pair of shoes and you have holes in your sneakers, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you working so hard if you can't even allow yourself the pleasure of a new pair of sneakers? If you are going on your second or third year of not having vacation, we are entering into fall. Go see your fucking family, right? These are the things that allow you to have a pleasurable relationship to your money. Because if it's all bills, all work, no play, make Jill a doll girl, then of course it's going to be harder for you to go after your goals and to work hard and to save money, right? All right. Now I'm going to wrap up with the love reading, and then once I'm done with the love reading, I will take questions from the audience, okay? Switch decks for that one. Elevated ancestors. What do we as a collective need to know about the week of September 16th through the 22nd as it relates to love, romance, and matters of the heart? What are the lessons, blessings, insights, breakthroughs that we will experience as it relates to love? Who do we need to be and what do we need to see in order to have the experiences of love or romance we would like to have? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Page of Cups fell out, but I'm going to need a second to pull the spread and see why Page of Cups is here. Stop dating broke niggas. It's that simple. Stop dating. Like, I wish you. So I understand why the Page of Cups fell out, right? Page of Cups, the martyr. It's the martyr. It's referred to as the martyr a lot in a lot of astrology books. Page of Cups can get so wrapped up in the potential, right? That tendency to see everything with rose-colored glasses, that deep desire to want to see the best in other people, even when other people don't move from their best, right? They can be very self-sacrificial in that way, right? And at its healthy aspects, this makes Pisces very altruistic. But the way that it can show up in a way that's dangerous as it relates to love is that you can get wrapped up so much in somebody's potential that it doesn't matter how shitty they're actually showing up in real life. All you're focusing on is this potential. And the wrong kind of people, and this is why sometimes Pisces placements get taken advantage of. The wrong kind of people who know that they don't never have to actually do a thing, all they can do is have potential, will take advantage of that. And they will never meet their expectations. They will never show up in a better way. Okay? Stop dating broke niggas. Stop dating. And when I say broke, I don't mean like you have to have, $250,000 a year to date somebody. I mean, that would be nice. But stingy. Stingy is a choice. Stingy is an energy. I've dated men who make $200,000 a year who expected me to go half on meals. So that those dating periods were very short. And then I dated men who made a little bit less than me, but they were very kind and generous, and they bought me flowers, and I never had to open my purse around them, right? Stop dating stingy niggas. This goes for the men too. Stop dating stingy women. Why are you dating a woman for 6 months in and she's never so much as fixed you a cocktail when you come to her house? You know what stinginess is because it doesn't feel good. Stop dating people who are stingy. For some of you guys, this is a lesson that you're learning over and over again, and it was never meant to be a lesson to learn over and over again. So go ahead and have that emotional maturation. Stop lying to yourself and confusing yourself that it's your fault that these people are stingy, and understand that that's a character deficit in them, and learn how to move accordingly so that you don't repeat this heartbreak, okay? The only reason why you keep doing this is because there's a worthiness issue there. For whatever reason, you don't think that you are the thing that you need to be pouring into. You don't think you're worthy of that, so you don't demand that, or you don't walk away from people when they show you that they're not capable, right? Knight of Cups, treat yourself better. Have enough respect to not even engage with people once they show you that they are stingy. You think that this makes you look like a ride or die. If you think it makes you look independent, and you probably are independent. There's nothing wrong with being independent, but you're lying to yourself and you're engaging in self-betrayal. So you letting this knuckle dragging ass person come along who has nothing to offer you, or even if they do have something to offer you, they're not going to share with you because they're stingy. And you're sitting here thinking, well, oh, this is fine. It's fine. I just need to accept this because I'm independent. No, fuck that. If someone is stingy, don't date them. You dating them, in spite of them being miserly, in spite of actively showing you that they're never going to take care of you, is not only an act of self-betrayal and you are victimizing yourself, but these motherfuckers have no incentive to change. If broke niggas, stingy men are still getting pussy, pardon my language, if stingy women who have no ounce of nurturing in them are still being able to sit up and shack up with men who pay their bills, what incentive do they have to change? Stop dating people who are stingy, okay? And here's the thing. You so busy talking bad about the women who have people that do for them. You're so busy talking shit about the man who has a woman that actually makes them a fucking meal, or who can actually be spending time around them. Whatever the thing is, you're so busy talking bad about the people who have this figured out already that you don't know you making yourself look like a fool. Stop worrying about other people. Do the thing that you know you need to do. Stop gossiping about the people who have this figured out and learn from them, okay? It's only until you are able to do this that you're going to get your needs met. There are a lot of you out here who are frustrated. You paying some other man's, it could never be me. You paying some other man's bills. You got some girl that's not even respecting you right, embarrassing you in front of your family and shit. But you haven't demanded anything different. So once you demand something different, then your needs will be met. Then your cup will be full. Then you'll be satisfied. But you really have to learn this lesson, okay? So the message is, when it comes to love and romance, stop hitching your wagon. to people who show you from jump that they are stingy, that they don't believe in reciprocity, that they're not going to pour into you. There is no such thing as loving them into not being that way. And in fact, your choice to love them, even though they're showing you that they ain't shit and that they're never going to be shit and that they're never going to pour into you, only incentivizes them to treat you more poorly. So learn that lesson now and stop putting yourself in a position where you have the same heartbreak over and over again. That is the love reading. Okay, so we're at the end of the weekly energy reading. I'm gonna go ahead and give updates about things that I'm working on, services I'm offering, etc., while you guys type out your questions if you have them. Very first thing I want to start with is that our free mentorship program starts tomorrow. We have our first class tomorrow night. So if you have not already signed up for Sacred Roots free mentorship program and you are interested, make sure you click the link below to join the Facebook group so that we can go ahead and get you into the Discord and get you ready so that you can be a part of tomorrow's class, okay? I am still offering Ancestral Life Path readings on my website at 50% off at $75. That 2 more weeks of that. So for the month of September, they will be they'll be $75. 50% off at $75. Now, here's the thing. Y'all don't be listening to me, but I'm fucking serious this time. October 1st, that price is going back to its original, okay? So don't wait last minute. Don't text me or call me or email me on October 2nd and be like, Mambo, can I get... No, I'm not doing that anymore. Fuck, I love y'all, but no. Take advantage of the discount while it is up on my website, soleilconjureshop.com. If you want to learn about the ancestors that walk most closely with you, if you want to learn more about your life path and how to properly venerate your spirits, book an ancestral life path reading with me. The link is in, Miss Renee, that link is in my description. So if you look at the description of this video, it has the link to the Facebook group. It has the link to my website for the ancestral life path reading. Has the link to pretty much everything I'm going to name here today, okay? Let's see, what else? That's pretty much it. I mean, if you want to do paid mentorship with me, that's always an option. Reach out to me about Charm School. But the Ancestral Life Path readings are there, so go ahead and book that. And that's pretty much it for right now. I may go live on Wednesday. I haven't decided, but we'll see. Does anybody have questions for me this week? Nobody has a question? Yeah, nobody has any questions this week. That's interesting. Oh, hey, Jaya. Okay, so Jaya has a question. What does Spirit want you to know about Alexander? Ancestors, angels, and masters, spirits that walk with me. What does JL need to know about Alexander? Is there anything hidden about Alexander that needs to be revealed at this time? Who is Alexander and what can you tell us about their intentions? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. All right, we'll do Sanidra, then La Balin. And if there are other people that have questions, type them out, and I'll do my best to get to you. Page of Cups. They're a good person. They have a recent heartbreak that they haven't fully recovered from yet. Whoever this person is that they're getting over, they're trying to do a whole lot of rushing to be healed instead of actually healing from the heartbreak. So that is something that's coming up. But for the most part, they are a good person and they have their life in order. The only thing that I could see that would be a potential issue is with the Four of Swords. They are kind of homebodies, so they can be boring over time. But the very first card is the Emperor, which I love. Somebody who is driven, who has direction, says it like they mean it. So it's not like you're going to have to do a whole lot of guessing with this person, which we love. Four of Swords, they're most at peace at home. They love their home. They like resting. Page of Cups is clarified by the Four of Cups and the Three of Swords. So there's a recent heartbreak that they're having a hard time getting over. And they're trying to rush their way through the healing of it because they feel it with a lot of intensity. But they're still grappling to learn the lesson of everything that took place. That's what I'm seeing with them. Good person, a little boring, still working through a heartbreak. That's what I'm seeing. What intentions does my crush DL have for me? I got you, Sanidra. All right. So I'll do Sanidra, then La Balin. And if there's anyone else that has a question, go ahead and type that out in the comments now, and I will get to you, okay? Whitney, you don't have a question that's more specific than that? That feels a little general to me. I'm happy to answer your question, but do you have anything more specific? Okay, so I'm gonna be really honest with you, Sanidra, okay? So you wanna know what intentions does he have for you? His intentions are to show up in whatever manner he needs to get close to you. The attraction is genuine, but spirit is snitching on him. He has a tendency to be controlling. So they are revealing that to you. They really want to let you know that now. Because it's likely something that, yeah, my flame is getting really big. It's likely something that you're gonna have to protect yourself from. The magician is somebody who's a trickster, right? They have the tools at their disposal to charm and to be a trickster, to show anybody whatever it is they want to see, right? Judgment is wisdom coming from the ancestors, letting you know whether you should move forward or not. Hierophant in reverse is the card of the tyrant. Somebody who abuses their power, somebody who manipulates, somebody who controls through fear, right? So think of like a cult leader or an evangelist, right? So spirit is being really honest about that. Are they genuinely attracted to you? Yes. Are they going to say whatever they need to do to get you hooked in? Yes. But that tyrant aspect is going to come out as soon as you get comfortable. So they're letting you know about that, okay? Let's see. La Balin wants advice for losing weight with their ankle injury. Okay. Ancestors, angels, and master spirits walk with me. What wisdom does La Balin need about losing weight with their foot injury? Any advice is deeply appreciated. Wisdom shared about their health at this time is deeply appreciated. You're closer to your ankle injury being healed than you think you are. So they're saying don't push it. Don't worry about that right now. There are things that you can do in terms of managing your diet. So like making some certain restrictions temporarily. Let me pull a clarifier over this Two of Pentacles. Clarify the Two of Pentacles. What is the Two of Pentacles telling us about diet? You kind of yo-yo on your diet or on your nutrition. So like you will like eat super, super healthy for like a few days or a couple weeks, and then you'll go on like a run of trash eating, right? So that's why that yo-yo tightrope energy with the Two of Pentacles is coming up. So your spirits are saying in order for you to lose weight or manage your weight right now, you need to walk away from that kind of yo-yo tendency. You need to kind of pick a nutrition regimen and just stick with it. They also, the Wounded Warrior is coming up, Nine of Wands. So there is warning, if you try to focus on exercise right now, instead of just letting your ankle heal itself, you can do more damage. So they're saying just focus on healing your ankle, reflect over your diet and your nutrition changes. Eight of Cups also tells me that you should increase your water. So whatever your water intake is right now, you probably want to increase it by like 25 to 50%. And then also, because here's the thing, we end with the Knight of Wands. So your healing is not going to take as long as you feel like it is. But again, with that Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior, if you injure yourself, you're going to be pissed because then it's like they're saying heal yourself now so that when you're ready, you can just take off running, right? Aries energy, Knight of Wands. I hope that makes sense. I hope that answered your question. Hey, Lakita. Let's see. Within my home and marriage, it's rocky despite all my attempts. And am I missing something? Do I need an adjustment in my attitude? Or does this fall on both of us? Okay. I got you, Whitney. We'll do Whitney. And then I can do, okay. We'll do Whitney. Okay. Whitney, Tell, and then Tashana. I may finish with Tashana, but I'll have to see if I have energy after that. Okay. Ancestors, angels, and ancestors, walk with me, my elevated ancestors. What does Whitney need to know about her life as it relates to her home and marriage right now? What can you tell us about the capacity for them to mend things, and what will it take? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Again, love offerings are appreciated. They're not required, but if you have it and you don't mind sharing and showing appreciation, please do. It's both of y'all. Both of you are self-indulgent. Some would say selfish, emotionally selfish. Both of you guys have a tendency to think that what you want and your own personal needs or demands trump that of the relationship. Both of you guys do this, and it's not becoming. It's not becoming of a marriage, right? There's a tendency to be, and y'all also just need to work out y'all fighting over money, right? There's a contentious thing going on there with money. It's almost like whoever has the most money at the moment dominates, and that's never healthy. So it's both of you. Both of you guys really need to work on that. 3 of Wands, if you don't work on your personal selfishness, it's going to shorten the journey of this marriage. So again, y'all, I would strongly encourage you to get a love and romance reading if you have capacity for that right now, because there are certain things that I don't feel comfortable saying on a live stream. But y'all could fuck around and this could lead to divorce because you guys are both thinking as two really selfish individuals as opposed to a self-full collective, a self-full partnership. And the 3 of Wands in reverse, like, literally talks about the ending of a journey. So if you really want the marriage to work, you guys are going to have a restart and a reinvestment in the relationship, where you guys are working from a mutual passion and a desire to see this relationship reignited, right? That's something that you guys are both gonna have. But both of y'all ain't shit. And I mean that in the most gentle, loving way. Both of y'all, when it comes to being married, both of y'all ain't shit. Both of y'all are doing a piss poor job of putting your personal feelings on the back burner. It's like y'all are so busy fighting over whose personal investment and personal feelings matter that y'all forgot that y'all are a unit. And that's what I usually don't even get upset with people like this when they ask questions about their relationship, but your ancestors are fucking tired of the bullshit. And it's both of you. It is both of you, okay? Let's see. Tell was next. Spirit have to say about my current workload. I got you, Tell. What does Tell need to know about their current workload? What needs to be revealed to them at this time? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Whitney, let me know if that was helpful for you, if that resonated with you in any way. Are you even still here? Let me know if you heard any of that or if you received any of that. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is the truth. That discount code I have in the description don't work no more, unfortunately. I'm just now realizing. I'm not gonna lie, I had appointments today, so I was just kind of copying and pasting my description. But if you want to book a love and romance reading, I think they're still less than $100. They're not $50 like they used to be. But consider getting one because you guys could use some support. If you don't get a love and romance reading, maybe get a couple synastry reading, because those are good for people in terms of figuring out how to reconcile in a relationship, or a conflict resolution reading. I offer a lot of services that can help you is what I'm saying. But if you want, there are things that were coming up for me intuitively, and I just don't feel comfortable saying them on camera. And low-key, my spirits told me not to put you out there like that, but both of y'all have a lot of work to do. Both of you, like, y'all both got to grow up. Both of y'all have a lot of work to do. Okay? Tell, you know good and damn well you work too much. You know, I don't even know why you asked me that. You know that your schedule is not sustainable, right? And this is coming up. And I think part of the reason why you asked is because we have the justice card here. So you know that something's off with you not getting back what you're putting into the situation. And so you know that you need to bring things to a place of balance. And I let him hear it too. We both said, okay, yeah. So you need to get to a space of balance. That's just the long and the short of it. You take on more work than you need to, and you do it from a scarcity mindset. What you think you are doing to help yourself is not actually helping you. So this is about you having a paradigm shift where you can see the fullness of your situation, so that you're not victimizing yourself, you're not hurting yourself. This is not sustainable. Your workload is not sustainable, and it's bad strategy for you to make this a norm, right? So there needs to be some reevaluation. Long and short of it is you work too much, but you already knew you worked too much, and your spirits want you to reevaluate your schedule so that way you can bring better balance into your life. Let's see. Okay. Tashana wants to know how her hearing will go in October. We'll wrap up with Tashana. It's a quiet night tonight. So this is what can you tell us about Tashana's hearing? How will it go? Does she need to know anything that will allow it to go in her favor? If already is not. If it is going to go in her favor, what can you tell us about that? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tel. Yeah, it's going to go in your favor. If you start to feel like it's not, you need to stop and pray. That's opportunity for you to work on your relationship to faith as opposed to submitting to doubt. You may have to take some sort of risk. And honestly, intuitively, I'm thinking the risk is like, it's almost like you've been handling the situation with kid gloves still. So there is a risk that you're going to need to take. There's a way you need to move that's going to feel foreign for you, but the risk does pay off. Sun card, baby gets what baby wants. So this is going to go in your favor. And then the star card, you have to be hopeful. Don't bring doubt into the situation. You need to move with faith and confidence that it's going to work out in your favor. But yeah, baby, I see it going in your favor. The hearing is going to go in your favor. Love y'all. Love you all. All right. I know for the last 3 weeks I've gotten on here and said that I'm going to try to do a Wednesday live. I mean it this time. I really am going to do a Wednesday. We have too much shit to talk about because things were slow in pop culture for a while. But between Shannon Sharp showing his literal ass and more Diddy stuff coming, there's just a lot for us to talk about. So I will go live on Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. EST. Keep your eyes out for the groups and things that I'm in if you want to join us. And then I'm always here on Sunday. So I will be back next Sunday for another weekly energy reading again. Tomorrow we have our first class in the Sacred Roots Free Mentorship. So if you have been interested in joining and have not yet, make sure you go ahead and join that Facebook group link below because our first class is tomorrow. I want everybody to have an amazing night. And until next week, take care. Bye.